Hello, my name is Larry Davis, and this recording is for my field observation video in which I was doing a video presentation on a leading video. What I decided to do was a presentation on how to use an Elmo and also how to use the tablet that come with the Elmo. The reason I decided to do this is because they're becoming very, very prevalent in the schools today. Many teachers have them, and they can do so much more than just stick a piece of paper underneath the lens of the Elmo and look at the piece of paper. You can use it as a microscope. You can use it as dual sides. You can change pen colors. You can change width of the pen. And so that is why I decided to do that. The particular group that I used is a group of people that I just started working with. I am now teaching with the Wyndham School District, which is located inside the Texas prison system. And they have recently gotten Elmos to be used in the classroom, but the teachers did not know how to use them, so I wanted to go in and get the Elmos and give them specific instructions on how to use them in the best way possible. So that's why I chose to do the Elmo and for the in-service on the group of teachers that I chose to do. And so that is the rationale that I decided to use, is that every teacher that has this piece of equipment, I believe, needs to be able to utilize this piece of equipment in the best way possible, in a way that is best for the students. So that's why I wanted to do this presentation. And I went over all the features of the Elmo, how to turn it on, how to set it up, how to hook up the cables. I went in the zoom features. I went in on the how to adjust the focus on it, every aspect on it. And then I picked up the tablet. I showed them how to stick in the dongle into the USB port. I showed them how to sync it if it's not synced. Then I showed them how to use the pen function on the writing portion on the tablet to annotate over the paper that you're working on, and then I had them practice on their annotations and what they could do, and I had them practice on it. And that is the reason I chose this Elmo, is that is our most prevalent piece of equipment right now that the teachers are using, and I wanted to have them to be able to use it in a safe and effective way. Like I said, the faculty was a group of people that I just recently started to working with, and they graciously gathered in there with me and listened to my presentation. And like I said, on the agenda that I looked at how to use equipment, how it can be used in the prison setting, possible ways that they had not thought of. I told them about the recording capabilities that you could record on it, and how you could record presentations and play them back. I told them about using it possibly in a flipped classroom environment, and all the possible ways that I thought would be best that you could use this Elmo. And so that's what I brought, and I took everything that I could think of and used it as a possible instructional point to show them how they could use it. The conference, the presentation itself was given in the early afternoon, and it's approximately, I was told, 32 minutes long. So I will have to check on that 100% safe, but it's about 30 to 32 minutes long. and the meeting was scheduled prior to advance, and had the people time to get in there and set in on the meeting so that we could discuss what needed to be scheduled. The materials that I used was just the Elmo, the connections for the Elmo tablet. I did use papers to demonstrate how you could actually annotate on the tablet and how it would show up. So I did use those. I did use the papers. So it was just basically that, and then I passed the tablet around and let them experiment as the presentation was going along. And it could be very effective for the teachers that I work with because, like I said, the group of teachers I worked with, they had never worked with this Elmo. So the presentation itself was very effective. All of them said that they enjoyed it. All of them said that they learned something new. They're excited about possibly using this Elmo on our campus. And so they're excited about how they could be using this particular piece of advice in our school setting. And that's what they were all excited about. And there were lots of examples of being able to use this piece of equipment, and the development was very easy to schedule. In the prison system right now, the offenders are currently not in class, so it was a good opportune time for us to hold extra meetings, and so they were very excited about being able to schedule this meeting in there and learn more effective on how to use it. And so that's how it was beneficial. What I did not like about it was that we have such few on staff. We only have 6 teachers, and 2 of them were out today, so I only had a total of 4 teachers. And I know that 4 was a minimum, but that's all that was on campus was 4 teachers out of a total of 6. So I work with a very small staff, so the development was very, very very, very slow at the moment. And so they were excited, like I said, to introduce to this piece of technology and learn it. And the importance that the members place in the professional development, very important, because these will be the people that will actually use this technology. All the teachers will have the advantage to use this piece of technology, and all of them will be able to come up with a way to use it to better their classroom. And so what I hope is that you enjoy this, because the way I polled the teachers to see how effective it was afterwards, and they all said that they thought it was very effective, and they were all excited to learn it. So that's how I gauged how effective it was. And after it was over with, a lot of them said thank you. Well, at least 3 of them said thank you. We will definitely be using this. I've learned something new that I did not know before. And so I was excited about that. And I'm excited about bringing other pieces of technology that they are not aware of at this moment, and bringing it to their knowledge in a way that could help them in their classrooms. Anyway, I want to thank you for taking time to watch this video, and from what I understand when I recorded it, the audio is low, so I hope I can bring it up, and I hope that you enjoy the video that you are fixing to watch on how to use the Elmo and the Elmo tablet.
Alright, I want to thank you all for coming in here today. What we're going to be doing today is we're going to be talking about the Elmo, which is a device that is taking the place of a transparency projector. We're able to just stick images underneath here and they can project on the screen. And we're also going to be talking about the Elmo pad and going over it and the functions that you can do with the Elmo pad. This allows you to walk away from your screen and also to be able to record. So a few things about the Elmo. The first thing that you have to do, you can either hook it up to a television, as we have it hooked up to to here. You can also hook it up to a projector, which is what we normally do, which is up here. You can connect it into your computer, which will connect it to some type of active board, which is a media board, a whiteboard, smart board. All of these technologies can be utilized with this Elmo, and you all can see different kinds of functions. Now, let me go over some of the things. Basically, it's real easy. What you do is that you just have these regular cables like you plug into your computer, RBG cables, and you take these cables and you plug them into the back of your Elmo, and then you run it out. And that's either going to go into your television, into your projector, or into your computer, whichever how you're hooking it up. Then once you get that, you basically just turn it on and it's going to work. There's also software that you can install that will allow you to do several other different functions that I will not be showing today, but I can talk about it another time. Now, once you get your Elmo set up, let me show you what's useful about this. Let's say that you have a biology class, or you have a chemistry class, and you want to show your kids something. Well, what you can do is you can come in and you can take an object, and you can come in and you can actually zoom in on that object, and you can take a look at it, and you can show your kids what all you're trying to show them. This has a very, very powerful zoom that will just allow you to zoom in. Our colors are off on the monitor. Allow you to zoom in. This little orange button right here on the side is an autofocus. It just automatically brings it into focus automatically. So there's no focusing, it's autofocus. You just bring it in and you can zoom. Now, let's say that you had a bug and you're talking about the different parts of the bug, the thorax and the legs and all the different parts. You can actually pick a bug up here and you can talk about it and point to it and we'll do it. So this has the ability to, like I said, zoom in on things, or if you need to, you can zoom out just by turning this little knob. It's real simple. Now this particular monitor kind of makes things look kind of funny, but that's okay. Now if you need a light, it's also got a built-in light, but in this case the light is not built in. It has a built-in light. One thing that's interesting that this particular Elmo does not have is that it does have an attachment that you can actually hook this up to a microscope. And so if you're looking at very tiny things, blood cells, little small parts of the bleach cheek cells and look at the cheek cells, and you can actually hook up a microscope to this, and it will allow you to look at that microscope. Now, the Elmo itself, on top, has several different functions. I have it hooked up to where it just goes straight off from the Elmo into the monitor, but you can choose to run it through a computer. You can choose to run it through a document camera. Now, some of the functions that the Elmo can also do that I'm not going to be doing is that it can go through recording what you're doing. So if you want to record something, and you can play it back later, or you can record one part of it, you can save that image, and then you can compare two images side by side, which I don't have the software hooked up to be able to do that, but that's one of the functions that you can do. So what we've gone over so far is that we've gone over how to hook up the Elmo. Like I said, you stick in your RBG cables back here, or in this case, we've got HDMI cables that run out. They go to your computer. You can either hook up a computer, you can hook it up to a projector, or any type of monitor that has an HDMI input or the HCG output, REG output, either one of those. And we talked about how you use this to focus, how you can just put something under it. Another thing that you can do is, like I said, there is no more taking there's no more making it transparency. You can just take a workbook like this. This is a common workbook. You have to kind of hold your tongue to try to get it up there. But you can just take a workbook, and this way you can work with your students and help them with the lesson that they're trying to come up with. Now then, you're able to show your students. Now then, the advantage to this is if you have a worksheet and you just want to stick it up here and you want to work it over the students, well, you just take just your regular writing utensil, pen or pencil, and you can go in and you can actually write. You know, you can explain to your students as you do the work and they can see what's going on. You just look for any subject. Whether you're doing history, if you're doing maths, you can detail the maths. If you're doing science, you can go into vocabulary words and help write in vocabulary words. If you want to throw up like a picture of a cell, you can actually go over the cell parts with them and show them exactly what the cell looks like. Whatever you put up here, it's going to display it. And for some reason, this monitor seems to be washing things out. I don't know if it's something I'm doing wrong or what. But you can do that. Now, here's another thing that you can come up with. They come up with an Elmo pad. And the Elmo pad is hooked into this particular Elmo device wirelessly to this little device which they call a dongle. You come in here, and you stick it in, you stick it in the only spot that it will go. It lights up blue. Now, let's say for some reason that it doesn't work. Well, the first thing you have to do is make sure that your power button's on. So once you turn your power button on, then this tablet can also do many other different things. Across the top, it has several different functions. You can use it just with the Elmo itself. You can use it in conjunction with the whiteboard. You can import your own files. If you have a file that you want to import, you can import your own file. You can change your settings. The thing about this tablet that I found out earlier is that it must be connected to a computer to do some of the functions. One of the functions I'm going to show you here in just a little bit is how to write on this pad. When I show you, the pen is not calibrated correctly. When you hover over the whiteboard on this material, it automatically starts drawing. That is not ideal. So what I'm going to show you, let me from the outset say, this is not the way it's supposed to be set up, but I didn't have a computer today to go and actually change this, and this is someone else's, and I don't want to change their settings. Because they may have to set it exactly the way we want it. Now, if you notice, it's already got our stuff popped up. We got 1, we got 2. So the things that I'm going to go over is the little 1 up there at the top of the red pencil. Well, that's a student number 1. If you want them to write, you can also go in and change the pen color. Then we have number 2. That can be a second student. So you can have 2 students writing at the same time on this, or you can have 2 different colors of pen on here. The third one down allows you to erase these things on there. The next one is the camera mode. If you want to take a picture of it, I am not hooked up where I can actually take pictures of it, but you can take pictures of this. And another nice thing is that you can actually, under the next one, you can record yourself. So if you have a lesson, you can record yourself, it's recorded, and you can play it back for later use. Which could be excellent for flipped classrooms in which you want to have a video presentation for students that are not in class, that can go back and watch your lecture and see everything that you've done on top of your tablet already presented for them. So let me show you how this tablet works now. Let's say that you get your tablet and it does not work the first time. On the very back of the tablet, there's a little white button. And when you get your tablet, your pen is normally stored in here. And your little dongle is normally stored in this little slot. You just take the pen out, Now let me show you. You can take it, you can place it on the tablet. Now, I didn't touch the tablet, but you can see it's already drill marked. Again, from what I'm showing you today, this is not the way it's supposed to work every time. But I could not get into the computer settings to show you the ideal mode. So I just want you to see the basics of what you can do. But let's say that you wanted to help work these problems with your students. This pen, ideally, when you draw on this, it's supposed to draw for you. But the sensitivity is set so low that it senses this pen on top of it, and it wants to draw. Let me give you an example. I just come up here. See what I mean? I'm not even touching the pad. And it's automatically drawing. Now, imagine it doing that if you have control over your marks that you want to do. Let me stress it right there. This is not the way it's supposed to work properly. But, like I said, I'm in someone else's classroom. I'm using their stuff, so I'm not going to change it. But what I can do, I'm going to come down here. I'm going to come down here. And I'm going to hit this little button. And show it. There you go. Here goes the screen. Now, those are these tools, these pen settings up here. So I can go up to the top. This is just kind of like a little mouse. You go up here to the top. Again, it's so sensitive, I'm not even touching it. But you go up here, you can click on this. And I can go in and I can change my line color, my line size. I can make it thin, I can make it thick. I can go down here and get rid of it. And again, it's not ideal, but that's just the way this is set up. We'll go back down here to the bottom, see? Every time I want to do something, you come down here, it's not supposed to draw. Let's go back here, I'll show you back See what I mean? I'm not even touching the screen. Shouldn't be doing this. But you can see the capabilities. I got it set to the red pen so you can see it. See, there's your line thickness. Thickness of line, if you want a thin line or a thicker line, you go down here and keep a thicker line. Also, something I forgot to talk about on the side of this, there's this little pin. I mean, this little thing is kind of like a mouse. When you punch it, it's kind of one of your left and right mouse clicks. You can come up here and you can actually hold it down and come in and get it to change. From here, I can go in and I can adjust brightness, automatic focus. I can zoom out, zoom in, come in on it. I come down here, and by using this little clicker down here, I can come down here. And then every time I touch it, it moves. Down here, on, and click it. See, it's changing on it. It changes that, and it goes to the next. Or I come back up here, and I can click this, and I'm on pin 2. Pin 2 is going to have a different color, so when I come in here, if I were to write, the pin's not selected. Pin 2. Pin 2 is going to be color. Oh, there you go. Different color pin 2. Alright. It's not instantaneous. Like I clicked into, it had to have a little bit of time to think about it. And so I was a little bit impatient. So, what is that good for? Like if you want to have a student do, one thing in one color and another student do another thing in another color. Again, I come up here, I can clear this out. I'll come up here to pin 1 again. So pin 1 is selected. And again, I can come back to writing. Now, how can you use this in your classroom? We all know as educators that it's better for your children to actually do something instead of just watch a presentation. I can guarantee you that only 10% of what I'm saying now, you will not remember tomorrow. Or you probably won't remember 90% of what I'm saying, because you didn't actually do it. So with this, the child can actually do the assignment as they need to do it. So if you come in here and again, it's will not write correctly, let me stress that, because it's hard to write. But you can go up here, and let's say you give the pen to the child, and you can say, hey, what is 8 times 4? Well, the child's going to come up here, and they're going to write 32. Now, of course, because of the movement over it, it's not going to come out clearly with all blue marks. So, you can do it. Now, you can also come up here, okay, what's 4 times 5? Well, the child can come over here and write in 20. They can put it in. So they're able to come in and put in the answers. Now, why would this help you? I know that a few years ago we used to use these little whiteboards and use markers and whiteboards. And you can walk around and see your students as you work. Same principle here. You can actually watch the progress of your students as you're completing whatever they're doing. Whether they're writing sentences, whether they're doing a math problem, whether they're doing science vocabulary. Whatever they're having to be doing, you can walk by and you can say, hey, this is what you need to do here. This is what you need to add a comma here. You need this should be a question mark, not an exclamation point. You know, this answer up here should be 7, not 8. And so you can actually walk around and help your students as they are doing the board. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to just come over here. Again, as you hover over it, you'll see that it writes everything automatically. It's frustrating, I know that. But if it were calibrated properly, the idea would be that as you load it down, the pen would make contact with the surface of the tablet, and then you would be able to do whatever. Now, our protector teacher, Ms. Smith, is up here writing to learn, I believe. It takes some practice, but again, you could write your whole entire lesson out this way if your pen is going to work correctly. You can change whatever color, you can change the thickness of the pen. And at the same time, for that student that had to miss from your class, you can record this onto your computer. Your computer keeps that file, and then you can send it to however you want to, and then you just send it out. Again, I don't have the abilities of holding the information, it's just recording things, so I can't do that. But right now, see if you can go over, see if you can move the pen and bring it down to the eraser, and then click up, and then click that little lever that looks like that little gray thing on the side. It just takes care and then clears it out. Alright.
Like trying to walk and chew over.
It is. It's an acquired skill, but I think that once you learn how to use it, I can see it can be extremely useful in the classroom. I'm an age that I refer to transparency, and you always have to make transparencies. You wanted to do something, but you didn't have the transparency ready. No transparencies for this. You pick up any textbook, you pick up anything. This pen, let's say that you have a class and you're measuring stuff. Now, again, this doesn't always give the best picture. I think it's not a good idea. But I'm going to bring this up here. I'm going to put this pen down. Alright. Now, the thing with this pen, that's how it is. So what we do, we can just back it out over here. Now then, you kind of fade it down. But then you can take a ruler and you can measure your pen and show them exactly what you wanted to measure. You can show them your 16 marks. You can show them how you get 3/8. You can show them how you can get a quarter. He's actually outlining the pen. You can outline, I just not thought of this. Let's say that you have want the kid to learn how to trace circles or triangles, then you ask the kid, hey Johnny, can you draw a triangle for me? The kid can draw a triangle. So, I just want you to kind of pass around and just look at it. What this is doing, this is a mic, a built-in mic that's right here. And on the TV itself, I can hear myself when I click things. So it's already got the capabilities of coming in and recording, zooming in, zooming out. It's not instantaneous, like I said, it takes a little bit for it to think about it. But again, let's say that you're teaching a class and your class is, I'm going to teach you how to use this remote. Alright, we need to go to the function of this remote because it's important for all the men in this group to know how to use the remote properly. We don't expect our wives to know how to use this. This is ours. So, put your remote up here, whatever your teaching tool is. And then from here, you can zoom in as much as you need. You can zoom out, see how it's zoomed in. Now, I can talk about, okay, you see these? Look at these. Oh, those. Actually, you can turn this also. Look, you got your HDMI input you can go to here. You got your frontwards, your backwards, your play. Again, everything's backwards, so you're just going to have to get used to it. It's a learning process like anything else. Your input button is backwards. So it's a learning curve is what it is. But I think you can all see the things of how this can be useful in your classrooms. So we'll back it up a little bit. And then we can go from that zoomed all the way in to look at the individual buttons, to look at the whole remote. Alright, we've got our on button, we've got our home button, we've got our play buttons for our different devices. This is translated to anything that you teach in class. Anything. You want to show them how to do proper punctuated sentences. You can throw your worksheet up there and go over the worksheet. And then back it out. Alright, so let's briefly cover what we'll talk about, and then I'll wrap this up here in just a little bit. First of all, you have your Elmo, which is just your basic camera. All it does is project an image that you put underneath it. That's all it does. Nothing fancy. You have your wheel, which you can zoom in and zoom out of your image so you can get very tight of the image, you can get wide on the image. You have your automatic focus, so you don't have to worry about focusing it by a little bitty wheel. It automatically focuses. It's got a built-in mic. It's got a built-in light that you can turn on. You can buy attachments for it. You can turn this device into a microscope so you can have your own microscope for your classroom. And this is excellent. Now you can stand up here, and if you want to take your book that you have, I happen to have a book here on talking about fractions. Come in here. Look, we're live. There we go. I have it upside down. Alright, turn this around. Now, whatever you happen to be working on, take your writing pencil, go up here. You can work your problems. Come in here. Show your kids how you're going to do it. What's 11 times 1, 5 times 8, 3 times 7. So, Elmo, fully self-contained everything. Then, you can take this little dongle and you can put it in there. Now, the tablet itself is about approximately 15 feet away from me right now. I don't know how far the range is, but it's probably going to be pretty large. You can take it anywhere you want to, and you can put it inside spectrum. From there, as you can see up here, we've had different people experimenting with it. There's people who get a chance to play with it. No. You don't play with it? Alright. So, you can come in, you can play with it. You've seen how they write on here. It's just like a tablet. You're able to write. That way you won't always have to mess up your paper. So if something's copyrighted and you don't want to write on it, because of course we don't want to copyright things, so you don't want to do that. But you can show pages up here on how to do it. There's a whole class demonstration. You know, they can use the the tablet to come in and do the work. This little dongle. You can change the colors of the pen. You can make the line wider. You can make it smaller. So the colors are black, blue, and red. I didn't show you those. That's the three different colors: black, blue, and red. You can actually record your sessions that you're doing. You can go in and do a split screen to where you can compare one image to another image. You can also let up the images and get them all together. So that just about covers everything on this Elmo and the tablet itself. Are there any questions at all before I wrap this up? Just like teachers. Anyway. I want to thank my fellow teachers for sitting in on this presentation with me and helping me get through this demonstration. This is something new to the school in which I'm working at now, so the teachers are learning how to use these. I can see that it can be a very great asset to the class to be able to put your own folders and bring them in there and use them. You don't have to have everything right here. You just import your own folders, your own worksheets. You can import them in here and show them up here. And they can do their own. Real simple to use. You got a pen. The pen itself just has the battery. So if the battery goes out, you replace it. Nothing really mechanical that's going to break. Battery is just a AAA battery. Just take a new one. Put the top back on, and you're ready to start running again if your battery goes out. I've heard of some students with great artistic, but this is good for art. I've heard some students pick this up and just drawing wonderful pictures with it. Of course, not like this one, those are not be touching it. But it can do a lot of wonderful things. Very simple. When it's time to go, you hit your off button. Turns off, no blue light. Pen, it's got a handy holder right here. Your pen snaps in, so everything stays with it. Your dongle comes out of it. It's got a handy spot here. So everything is self-contained right in this little container. And if you can get to, you can access. When you come up here, that's the giveaway. Class is over for the day. Turn it off. No long fabrications. No long shutdowns. Turn your monitor off. And you're ready to go about what you need to do. Again, I appreciate you sitting in with me and going over this. One thing I forgot to tell you, it does come with a remote. same functions. Have your on button, your back button, zoom, autofocus. You can also access all the files, whether your files, so you can sit back here and you can flip through stuff. You don't have to be right here at your Elmo unit. You can also have a remote that has every single function on it. It's up here that helps keep it. So I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you for your time. Thank you for sitting in here, and have a wonderful, wonderful afternoon. Thank you.
I want to thank you for taking time to watch the video, and want to give you some afterthoughts of after the video come out, some analysis of the response from the focus group, and they were all very complimentary of the information that I give. They were all excited about the information. They were happy to receive it, because like I said, none of the people at the time that I gave the in-service that was there, none of them had ever worked with one of these Elmos and tablets before. All of them showed me how that they could use this in the classroom, how it could be very, very beneficial to the class, and how it could be used in a way that would further the education that goes on in the classroom. And so the responses, like I said, were very, very appropriate toward me in the leadership role that I took during the professional development training. Was very good. They accepted me, even though I'm new to the staff. I have been on this staff for approximately 2 weeks. They have known me, but they have welcomed me in, and they're already asking me advice. They're coming to me for advice, and I'm happy to help them out in ways that that I'm able to help them. And they're saying that I know some things about the technology that's coming up, and they're already starting to come up and ask me technology questions. And they asked me advice on lesson plans already and how to help them. So I was very happy that they were able to come up. The agenda was followed in the meeting. I set forth a specific agenda which I wanted to do, and how I wanted to explain the Elmo, how I wanted to explain the tablet, how we were going to go through it, how the teachers were going to use it. I would use it and then let them use it, and then I would use it just to show them how to use the equipment. And so the agenda that I had come up with was followed exactly, and I thought that it was very, very helpful to have that agenda. The objectives were also met during the meeting. We had certain objectives set out that I wanted to accomplish and cover, and every single one of the objectives that I wanted to cover, they were also covered in the meeting as thoroughly as I could possibly cover them. In fact, I covered them several times. I would introduce something, I would explain something, I would go over something, I would reintroduce it, I would have them use the equipment, that I would take the equipment back, and I would reintroduce something else. And so it was a give and take situation, just like it would be in the classroom. I would teach the lesson, I would give them some examples, I would let them use it, and then I would take it back and show them other things. So that was good. The evaluation survey about the meeting went, like I said, it went very well. There was effective communication, there was collaboration. What surprised me about this meeting is that I had teachers coming to me and asking me what time was my presentation going to be occurring, so they could make sure that they could be there. We actually rearranged our lunch schedule so that we could all attend this meeting, and even teachers that would not normally be using this piece of equipment, they were excited to see it in. And after it was over with, they gave me lots of positive praise and how they appreciated me coming in and giving the presentation. They told me how much they enjoyed it, and I was very surprised at how they came to me and said, hey, I would like to sit in on this meeting. Could you please tell me at what time that you'll be having the meeting so I can be sure and sit in to make sure that I am there on time. So I was very, very happy about them being able to get in and do it, because the topic was very relevant to everyone that was there on how to use the Elmo. And thinking about over this field experience and what was going on, what went well, I thought went very well, was the teachers' cooperation in wanting to learn this. Like I said, they were excited about learning this piece of equipment, and it was exciting to see them come in, be excited, sit there, participate. They passed around the tablet, they used the tablet. You know, one teacher graciously ran the camera for me, and so I was able to run the camera. What would I change? Definitely the sound quality. The sound quality of the video is horrible, and I'm very sorry, but I had one take at this. There's only one camera on the unit. It's not like public schools. I can't just go off the unit and get another camera and bring it in. I'm working with the state of Texas prison system, so I hope that this video comes across effectively, because the sound quality is horrible and I was not pleased with the sound quality at all. But hopefully I can boost the sound quality in a level that is conducive to good learning. And also, the tablet itself was set up for another teacher, so I could not go in and change the settings. This teacher had the setting on the pen to where it's a very, very light setting, that wherever you hovered the pen over the tablet, it would automatically draw on the tablet. It made it very difficult to show how to work a problem, to write a sentence, but the teachers were able to learn, and we just went through it together. But on the video, I show and explained over and over about what the tablet was and what was wrong. Hopefully I didn't explain it too many times, but I just wanted that whomever is watching this video, I wanted you to know that it was not my fault that the pen setting could not be changed. I did not have the proper computer or the program to hook it up, and I did not have access to this teacher's stuff because this teacher happened to be gone the day that we recorded this. And so I hope it worked out. And again, the sound quality was horrible, but again, we were using a very small camera that was one that is on the prison unit, and the sound quality is just not very good. Hopefully the audio quality is good. And the guy taking the pictures did his very best, but he doesn't know anything about cameras. He just graciously held the camera for me and pointed it at me. And but I was surprised again to see how much teacher cooperation that I had, how the teachers came to me, wanted to be involved, wanted to actually help me with this presentation, and how they were willing to come in and help me with this. And so I was very excited about that, and that made me very, very happy. And this experience will definitely help me transform my perspective on being on a campus. It's the first time to where I've gone to campus, and instead of being just a teacher on the campus, they kind of look to me as, in some ways, like in a leadership role. They look up to me. I'm actually going back to a job I had taught previously 13 years before. I had taught at this same position for 10.5 years previously, so that when I come in, they know that I know what I'm talking about. I know how to get the lessons done. I know how to work with the offenders, and now they're also seeing me possibly in some type of administrative role, and it really touched my heart to know that these people look up to me. And this is not a young group of teachers. Most of these teachers have been teaching 20, 30 years. So this is not a young group of teachers. None of these teachers, the least amount is probably 15 or 20 years on the teaching staff. So This is not a young staff, but I was extremely excited about going in and being able to work with this group of people. Again, I want to give my heartfelt appreciation for watching this video. I really hope that it's up to the standard that's needed. This has not been an easy video to make. Had a lot of trouble in just scheduling time. I've been trying to do this video for months and months on my old campus, but my principals were always gone. One was transitioning from a principal into a superintendent, was never in the building. I would ask to call meetings. We had 2 meetings in 2 months, so the meetings were far and few in between. I could not get things scheduled, so when I come on this staff and they were willing to jump in and help me with this, I was very, very excited. So hopefully this video will meet the expectations. Hopefully the sound quality will be good. And again, I want to thank you very much for watching this video, and you have a wonderful day.